Listen carefully, because the coin I'm holding right now looks like a normal 1-cent coin, but it's worth in millions. The kind people ignore every single day. But this is a 1983, the Abraham Lincoln 1 cent, and something about it is quietly confusing collectors all over the world. The D mint mark looks unusually small, the metal feels different, and people who don't know better will spend it without a second thought. But if you're smart, you'll watch this till the end, because this exact year has shocked the coin market before. Most people don't realize that 1983 was a dangerous year for pennies. This was a transition period when the U.S. Mint switched from mostly copper to zinc-based cents. That means mistakes happened. Wrong planchets, wrong weights, weak strikes, double details, off-metal errors. And yes, some of those mistakes have sold for prices that don't even feel real. I'm not joking, and I'm not exaggerating. Verified error examples from this year have reached life-changing money. Now here's where the suspense begins. A normal 1983 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams because it's zinc with a thin copper coating. But few extremely rare pieces were struck on the older copper planchet, and those weigh around 3.11 grams. That tiny difference in weight has turned pocket change into auction legends. Imagine finding a coin in your drawer, put it on a scale, and realizing it's heavier than it should be. That moment has already made people rich. And the small D-mint mark? That alone doesn't guarantee anything, but combined with other signs, it becomes interesting. Weak mint marks, filled dies, double lettering rim errors, or off-center strikes can push a coin into a completely different category. This is why experts always say, don't rush, don't assume, and don't listen to random claims online. Real value comes from verification, not rumors. I want to be very clear here. Not every 1983 D penny is worth millions. Anyone telling you that is lying. But here's the truth that people don't like to talk about. The right error, authenticated by professionals, can sell for extreme prices, sometimes shocking even experienced collectors. That's not fantasy. That's documented auction history. And yes, some sales have reached numbers that most people only dream about. This is why I say don't be confused and don't be scared. If you have this coin, you already own the lottery ticket. You just don't know yet if it's a winner. Check the weight. Look closely at the details. Compare it. Get it examined. Because the difference between a 1-cent coin and a six-figure or even higher collectible can be smaller than a grain of rice. And listen, I'm not telling you to believe fake stories or chase lies. Ignore anyone who promises instant millions without proof. Real collectors move smart. They verify. They authenticate. And when the coin is real, they don't rush to sell it cheap. These coins don't belong in pockets. They belong in coin auctions, eBay listings with certification, or serious collector groups on Facebook, where educated buyers are watching quietly. People ask me all the time, can this coin really make someone rich overnight? And my answer is simple. The wrong coin won't, but the right one absolutely can. History has already proven that. And that's why this small, innocent-looking 1983 D penny keeps collectors awake at night. Because nobody wants to be the person who spent a fortune without knowing it. So if you're holding this coin, don't laugh, don't panic, and don't ignore it. Stay calm, stay smart, and use logic instead of greed. Because real opportunities don't scream, they whisper. And sometimes they whisper from a 1-cent coin that everyone else walks past. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not playing games. I'm telling you the truth that serious collectors already know. Check your coins. Learn the signs. Verify the facts. Because if luck, history, and error all come together, this little penny could change everything. Now talk about biggest treasure. Listen carefully and don't blink, because what I'm about to say sounds unbelievable, but it's real, and I'm not joking. This is the United States of America modern Abraham Lincoln 1 cent from 1988, with the D mint mark, and most people pass it every single day without a second thought. They throw it in jars. They lose it in sofas. They ignore it completely. But sometimes, just sometimes, one tiny coin like this can change a person's financial story overnight. And that's why you need to hear this till the very end. At first glance, the 1988 D. Lincoln cent looks normal, simple, common, nothing special. Lincoln's portrait on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But the real secret is not what you see immediately. It's what might be hiding inside the details. This coin officially weighs about 2.5 grams because it's made of zinc with thin copper coating. Now here's where suspense begins. Because if that weight is even slightly off, if the color feels strange, if the sound is different, your heart should start beating faster. People get confused and start listening to fake talk, random comments, and half knowledge. Don't do that. Focus on facts and possibilities. A normal 1988 D penny is usually worth 1 cent. Yes, that's the truth. But I'm telling you clearly, and I'm not laughing, I'm not exaggerating, that certain rare mint errors of the same coin can be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in extremely rare museum-level cases, even life-changing money. That's why collectors pay crazy prices at auctions. Imagine this for a moment. You check your 1988 D penny and notice something strange. The date looks doubled. Lincoln's face seems shifted. The coin feels heavier or lighter than 2.5 grams. There might be a crack, an off-center strike, a missing layer, or a dramatic mint error that happened inside the U.S. Mint by mistake. These errors are not jokes. They are documented, graded, and hunted aggressively by serious collectors all over the world. Now listen to this line carefully, because this is where most people lose patience. Not every coin is rare, but every rare coin looks ordinary to untrained eyes. That's why some people sell these coins for almost nothing, and others quietly send them to auctions and walk away rich. If your 1988 D. Lincoln cent has a verified, extreme error and gets professionally graded, it can be sold in major coin auctions on eBay or even through Facebook collector groups where real buyers are waiting with real money. I know what you're thinking right now. You're confused. You're wondering if this is real or just talk. And that confusion is exactly why opportunities slip away. If you already have this coin, why are you hesitating? Why are you ignoring it? Coins like this don't knock on your door twice. Checking it properly costs almost nothing, but ignoring it could cost you everything it was meant to give you. Let me be very clear, so no one twists my words. I am not saying every 1988 D penny is worth millions. That would be a lie. What I am saying very seriously is that if this coin has a rare and authentic mint error, verified by experts, its value can explode far beyond 1 cent. This is not gambling. This is knowledge meeting opportunity. Big collectors don't buy stories. They buy real errors, real weight differences, real mint mistakes. Think about the drama of it. A coin you've had for years, maybe since childhood, sitting quietly, waiting. You finally look at it closely. You weigh it. You notice something off. You send it for evaluation. Weeks later, you get results that make your hands shake. This is how real coin stories begin. Overnight success doesn't come from magic. It comes from paying attention where others don't. So don't chase lies and don't ignore possibilities. If you have the 1988 D. Lincoln cent, check the weight. Look for doubling, cracks, off-center strikes, missing layers, and unusual color or thickness. If something feels wrong, that's a good thing. That's when you move smart, not emotional. Auction houses, eBay, and Facebook collector communities are full of buyers looking for the next rare discovery. I'll end with this, and I mean it. I'm not joking. I'm not here to mislead, and I'm not selling dreams without sense. Most people will never get rich because they don't look twice at what they already own. If this coin is in your hands, the choice is yours. stay confused, or take advantage. Because sometimes a single cent really can decide who stays watching and who walks away changed forever. Now we talk about another copper coin treasure, is best word for this coin. And don't skip, because this is one of those coins people ignore every single day and later regret for the rest of their life. I'm talking about the United States of America modern Abraham Lincoln 1 cent, 1992D. At first glance, it looks like a normal penny, something you throw in a drawer or spend without thinking. But what if I tell you this exact coin could completely change your financial future overnight? I'm not joking, and I'm not here to waste your time. Now here's where the suspense starts. In 1992, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents. Yes, that part is true. Most people stop listening right there and say, "Oh, it's common." But smart collectors know something most people don't. Among these ordinary-looking coins, rare error versions exist, and those are the coins that shock the world when they appear at auctions. This is why some people get rich and others stay confused, still arguing in comments. This 1992D Lincoln cent is made of copper-plated zinc, and its official weight is about 2.5 grams. That weight is very important. A slight difference in weight can indicate something unusual. If your coin feels heavier, lighter, or off, that's not something to ignore. That's where the real story begins. Coins with planchet errors, wrong metal composition, off-center strikes, double dies, or mint mistakes are the ones that collectors chase like crazy. Now let me say this very clearly, because people love spreading fake stories. Don't listen to random lies. Not every 1992D penny is worth a fortune. But, and this is a big but, if your coin has a genuine mint error, then yes, it can become extremely expensive. Some rare error coins have sold for prices that regular people can't even imagine. I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not laughing. This is how coin collecting works. Here's the part that makes people uncomfortable. Why are you confused if this coin is already in your pocket or drawer? You're holding the opportunity, yet you hesitate. People spend years dreaming of money, while the answer is sitting quietly in loose change. If you own this coin, the smartest move is not to ignore it, not to clean it, and definitely not to sell it blindly for a few cents. This coin can be taken to coin auctions, where serious collectors compete and drive prices high. You can also sell it on eBay, where rare error coins are searched every single day by buyers worldwide. Many people even sell through Facebook collector groups, where experienced numismatists can instantly recognize something special. One correct listing, one verified error, and your life can look very different. And listen to this part closely. I am not saying everyone will become a millionaire overnight, but I am saying this. One verified rare error coin can change everything. People who became rich from coins were once just like you, confused, unsure, and doubtful. The only difference is they took action instead of scrolling away. So don't fall for fake talk, but also don't ignore real possibilities. Check the date, check the mint mark, check the weight, and look closely at the details. If something feels unusual, that's not coincidence. That's opportunity knocking quietly. And opportunities don't knock twice. If you have a 1992D Lincoln cent, take advantage of it. Get it checked, get it verified, and if it turns out to be an error coin, don't rush. Let collectors compete for it. That's how ordinary people turn small coins into big money. And that's exactly why you should watch till the end and think twice before ignoring a simple 1 cent coin.